It was 2:37 a.m. when the GPS spoke, its voice cutting through the hypnotic rhythm of the windshield wipers like a knife. Recalculating. Faster route found. Save 40 minutes. Miles was exhausted, his eyelids heavy as lead, the coffee in his cup long cold. He didn't question it. He tapped accept on the glowing screen mounted to his dashboard. The navigation blue line shifted from the main highway onto a narrow and marked exit ramp that vanished into the dense black woods. He took the turn. The asphalt immediately gave way to gravel, the sound of the tires crunching sounding uncomfortably like bones snapping under heavy boots. The trees on either side were tall and suffocating, their branches interlocking above the road to blot out the moon. Miles drove for 10 minutes, the darkness pressing against his high beams, before he realized there were no road signs, no reflectors, no life, just the endless tunnel of trees and the soothing, synthetic voice of the GPS saying, "Continue straight for forever." He frowned, tapping the screen. "Hey, Siri, how much longer?" The screen flickered. The map didn't show a road anymore. It just showed a black void with a single blue arrow floating in nothingness. The voice answered, but it wasn't the standard robotic alto anymore. It sounded lower, raspier, like someone speaking through a throat full of water. "In 100 feet, turn off your headlights." Miles laughed nervously, a dry sound in the quiet cab. "Funny glitch," he muttered, reaching to reset the phone, but the screen was frozen. The air in the car grew freezing cold, his breath suddenly misting in the air, fogging up the windshield from the inside. He hit the brakes, intending to turn round, but the brake pedal went to the floor without resistance. The car didn't stop, it accelerated. The gravel road smoothed out into something soft and wet, like mud or flesh. "I said," the GPS voice growled, now loud enough to rattle the plastic of the dashboard. "Turn off your headlights." Panic seized him, cold and sharp. Miles clawed at the door handle, but it was locked tight. The scenery outside blurred, the trees morphing into tall, jagged shapes that looked like people standing shoulder to shoulder, watching him pass. The car was moving on its own now, guided by an invisible hand, pulling him deeper into the woods. The GPS screen turned bright red, the blue arrow spinning wildly like a compass near a magnet. "Destination approaching," the voice whispered, and this time, the voice wasn't coming from the phone speakers. It was coming from the back seat. Miles froze. The hair on his neck stood up, prickling with static electricity. He didn't want to look, but instinct forced his eyes to the rearview mirror. In the red glow of the brake lights, he saw a silhouette sitting directly behind him, wet, pale, with eyes that reflected the dashboard light like a cat. "You have arrived," the thing in the back seat whispered, its breath cold against Miles's neck.